Hey there. So this training is designed to help you figure out how much profit you need to make each month, and what your what your pricing should be. And it's based on a concept that you actually set your price after you've looked at your expenses and decided how much money you want to make. So once you get this, I'm going to close that window. Once you click on the button and get to here and open this in Google Sheets, you should notice that you're in view only mode. So what you need to do is click on File, make a copy, and now it's yours, and you can play with it all you want. So give it a chance to load, and I'm going to walk you through it. So the instructions are that everything in a gray box is a number that you can edit. And then everything in a blue box don't touch. And it's going to calculate, give you a rough idea. And obviously every situation is different. And this is just a starting point. And you might have a different offer, but this is a good starting point to think about. The first question is, how many lesson horses do you have? And how hard do you want them to work each week? So in this example, let's say you've got 5 lesson horses and you don't want them to work any more than 2 lessons a day, 5 days a week. And so that means that they could teach a maximum of 50 lessons a week. But let's say you want to keep the capacity low because that will give you a chance to not feel too bad if you teach a private lesson on them or something. So let's say you keep the capacity at 85%. So I don't think that's working horses too hard. That means that 5 horses are going to be teaching 42 and a half lessons per week. That means that if your offer is a 1 day a week tuition, that you could sell 42 and a half monthly tuitions before you'd want to start taking people on the wait list. So that would be your goal, would be if you had 5 horses in this example, you should say, I want to get 42, 43 clients, and then I'm going to start a waiting list. And that's the dream, right? Let's get those 42 people and let's get the waiting list going. Let's get this jam packed. So then the next thing you want to do is take a look at your expenses. So list this out, your board, your insurance. Give yourself a budget for Facebook ads. This is just going to be a target here. You're going to try to hit this. This is like a business plan. So give yourself a budget, preferably above 500, let's say $750 a month. Will give you enough to be getting some leads, and software 150. That's nice. A nice little budget there. And then let's say you've got grooming supplies, memberships, and then here's the deal. Do you want some help? $1,500 a month, depending on if you're a trainer that can sort of make a deal with somebody where you give them lessons and a salary. You might be able to get most of these lessons taught with $1,500 a month. That's still part-time, right? That's 2 lessons a day. So I think that's doable. That's going to be a lot of help right there. So in this kind of hypothetical, you might not be teaching all that much. Your total expenses are $8,300. And then here you want to put, how much money do you want to make per horse? Do you only want to make $500 a horse and therefore have your monthly profit be $2,500? Do you want to make $1,000 per horse? Do you want to make $2,000 a horse? Then your pricing would have to be $430 for the monthly tuition. But I'd say, shooting for $1,000 per horse with help teaching lessons is pretty good. So in this example, you'd want to charge about $312 a month. And the offer would be that they get one group lesson a week. And they buy into it and they pay that much. Now, we got to talk about ways, if you're having a hard time getting that, for you to communicate the value of this. And also ways you can kind of beef it up with bonuses. Like you might say that you get one group riding lesson a week and you get one horsemanship lesson a week. And you or your instructor can go out there and every week teach some sort of horsemanship class where you're teaching, standing wraps or putting on bandages on a horse or proper washing of a horse, caring for a horse, equipment, bitting. We can get topics going for that to make that even easier to get. So that should backtrack, and you should try to come up with a number and just kind of play around with how many lesson horses you have and where you're trying to be. And then it'll give you how much you need to charge for your monthly tuition. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions in the private Facebook group, and look forward to seeing you in the next training.